This is Majin, and I have a stack of reviews for you. I'm going to try to go as quickly as I possibly can. Um, let's just go with the DC ones really first here. We have Ocean Master, Black Adam, Bane, Man-Bat, Secret Society. Now, I've not read Bane yet, but the main point I wanted to make with Bane is what I made earlier with Doomsday. You buy Batman, and you expect a certain degree of quality. You know, Scott Snyder and Capullo. That's what you expect. And then you buy this issue and you get this piece of shit artwork. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Sorry for the language, but that's what I feel. This is, you know, really, this is the best you can do, other than you wanted to give people breaks. That's what it seems like. Let's bring in the D level team so this way we can let some people get a month off. Okay, now out of these issues here. Okay, this issue is important because this actually deals with the how Black Adam comes back, and it's going to establish his place during the Forever Evil storyline. And overall, I mean, I thought the art was good, the writing was pretty decent, and it was an enjoyable read. I don't think this is the best thing I've ever read before in my life, but you know, at least this being from the Justice League America title, it kind of ties in with Black Adam, and if you really want to know what's going on along those lines, this is actually kind of important. Ocean Master. This is about Ocean Master going back into the ocean. Surprise. But on the other hand, though, what this really does is establish more of his character, his personality, things like that. Again, I think the art was really good. The writing was pretty decent overall. This wasn't a colossal waste of money and time because it actually furthers the story of Forever Evil. You know, laying down these are what people were doing during that time period. So this isn't too bad. Man-Bat. Okay, at first I was going, wow, this is going to be interesting, but then yet at the same time I'm going, this can't be like this for long, and I was right. It turns into this big mess. Basically what it is the Man-Bat guy, he wants to protect Gotham. He's making this formula. He keeps drinking it. He keeps tampering with it, and he's really brutal in killing the criminals and whatnot during the Forever Evil, that night of darkness thing. And then he just goes over the edge because he takes too much, tampers with the serum too much, and he becomes like this twisted evil creature. And now this is the Man-Bat that we know and love type thing. So on one hand, yeah, I guess this is an important book if you want to know about this character. But I think Man-Bat is such a weak character that it's kind of like not that interesting overall. I mean, I know that they've been trying to push the Man-Bat by giving him those little two-page, not the two-page, but like the really shorts at the end of the issues. But I mean, I don't know. I just don't. I think part of me thinks that if you wanted to do this, it could have been done in a more interesting way. But I'll be honest with you, I can see a lot of Bat fans liking it, and I can see a lot of Bat fans just all pissed off at me right now because I said what I said. But, this is not going to be a book for everybody. Secret Society. This is actually a good read overall. And the reason why is because this shows us basically what's going on in that world, and right about the time when they were going to be transferred over to the the DC world. Now, the other thing is it kind of shows the fate of Nightwing and why he is like he is. So this is actually a very key title, or I should say issue to the whole storyline. And, it's these two people. I mean, this cover doesn't necessarily even represent what's really going on, which is a shame. But at the same time, if you want to know more about what's going on and that led up to that, this is something that you're probably going to want. Okay, X-Men Battle of the Atom, chapter 5. Stuff actually happens, but I'm telling you, I'm getting so sick and tired of, do we send them back, even though they're trying to pretty much settle that at this issue right here. The other thing that I found that was really not even fake, but kind of unbelievable is you have this psychic battle between future Jean Grey versus young Jean Grey, the White Queen, and the Kookaloos, and future Jean Grey beats White Queen and the Kookaloos, but yet young, inexperienced Jean beats her. And I'm like, how is that even possible? Maybe if future Jean was distracted, maybe, but that's not the case. So I found that part is kind of weak, but they had to do that just to push the story into the direction that they want it to go. While that's going on, Magic senses that there's a problem, and she goes and grabs the Beast and young Beast and young Iceman, and they go to the future, and things don't look quite like they would expect. So this is actually starting to move things, and I'm starting to appreciate that a little bit more. Now I feel that the wheels are turning, and we can finally get somewhere. Oh, and look at that, Aaron's writing it. No wonder, because you don't have some half-assed writer who can't come up with their own idea to advance the story. Now, um, yeah, but anyways, that's what I have to say about that. I know I had another point, but that's pretty much the gist. The art's okay. It's not the greatest. It could be a little bit better, but I'm not really gonna beat it up too much. Oh, what was that thing? Oh, yeah, that's right. The baby. I thought it was kind of funny that the Iceman leaves the baby with the brood. Who knows what type of carnage is going to happen now. Okay, Nova. This is kind of like a tie-in. Because this is dealing with the Thanos side of things. See, the thing is, Thanos is very, very pissed off because, Nova keeps throwing the newspaper through the window instead of leaving it on the porch. So he's really mad, and he's trying to get some revenge. And the truth of the matter is, Thanos is kind of obsessed because he sees the Nova armor. And if you remember, Nova and Star-Lord were responsible for his last death. So, overall, the story was interesting. I'm enjoying how the story is advancing. In this, while you're getting the Thanos side of things, you're also getting him meeting Marvel Boy and Speedball. The only thing is, this book seems to pretty much ignore Speedball as penance, because he's looking nothing like his old self. Overall, excuse me, decent read. I'm enjoying it, and I'm really hopeful that they're going to do a good job with this. I am worried at times because the way they're moving things kind of slowly, but with this character, I don't mind it because this character has so much history. I think you have to really tread carefully, otherwise you're going to piss off like a lot of people. Okay, next up, Superior Spider-Man Team-Up. I don't even know why I really threw this in here, because this really doesn't have much to do with the Infinity crossover. So if you don't really want to deal with buying another Infinity tie-in, I would highly recommend this is one you can possibly skip. Now, while granted this is dealing with Spider-Man and the Avengers, Mighty Avengers, fighting off the aliens, it's just basically background fighting. What really is the crux of the story is you have this girl, she gets turned into electricity, and as a result of that, Spider-Man tells her, well, I got to go to the New York City. I'll meet you there, travel the power lines. And when she does that, she really kind of starts to do some bad things. And that's the meat of the story. Now, the only thing that I really would say is the saving grace of this is the dialogue with Spider-Man. He is such an asshole. And he's such a pompous jerk. And I'm just, part of me is really enjoying it. But the other part is like, man, I just want Peter back. And so I'm really enjoying it, that love-hate thing. And again, this really, just don't buy this if you're just looking for Infinity. If you like Spider-Man, then buy it. If you have been buying this, I should say buy it. But don't buy it for that. That crossover crap. Okay. Uncanny Avengers number 12. We get a slightly drastic change in the artwork, which isn't too bad. I mean, I really like some of the older artwork from the previous issues, but this is not a horrible by any means. And basically, this is mostly dealing with the Scarlet Witch trying to do her spell so that so she can move all the X-Men to their safe haven on Pluto. And I mean, part of me, I'm having mixed feelings with this because I kind of want the storyline done. I mean, this has been going on for 12 issues, and we're not even anywhere close to where I feel that we're going to get the final ending to this. But I'm really enjoying it overall, though. The Remender is just such a great writer that even though I get kind of fatigued by the story, I'm still looking forward to seeing what's going to happen because there's a lot of things that are going on here. You know, you have the kind of flirting between the Wasp and Havoc, and how she's saying that she went with um, Hank Pym the to the Hellfire Club, and then it was basically they were looking for swinging opportunities, so to speak, during their younger years, and it's things like that are I thought were kind of funny. Uh, the ending was what really was like, whoa, this is going to be kind of interesting because they're dealing with the Apocalypse Twins and Kang, and the Apocalypse Twins are not happy with Kang. So the way these pieces are going, I'm really looking forward to seeing how they're all going to put everything together. Now, I have a feeling that the Uncanny Avengers is in no way, shape, or form going to be at the top of many people's lists, but and probably that would probably be the safe bet. It doesn't really belong near the top, but I'm really enjoying it, and it's definitely could potentially be a very strong series, especially when you have to deal with the ramifications of what Wolverine and his crew did, which they're going to have to address at some point. Guardians of the Galaxy #6. I really don't want to spend too much time on it because I'm already getting fatigued by all these reviews. But I will say this: the art was good, fighting was good, writing was good, very entertaining. Especially, I love the Watcher, and even the Watcher in the Nova book was good, especially when Thanos gives him the wave type thing. Overall, I really don't have much to complain about this, but I will say this: while I'm enjoying this book, I can I think it's going to need to step something up really soon. Just because I think part of me thinks that the fight, while I enjoyed it, is kind of slowing it down a little bit, and I think they need to tie in some other loose ends a little bit more, especially with the Infinity side of things, which I know is coming up in the next couple issues or so. Also, they really explain a little bit more about Star-Lord and Thanos talking more about what the Earth has been doing with the time traveling and how it's relating to the Builders. So I thought this is kind of what this actually has more of an Infinity tie-in, I think, than whatchamacallit, the Spectacular Spider-Man. But this is just more of like a little bit more filler uh, content to give you more idea of what's going on. But I really enjoyed it, and I'm sure most people are going to like it. But I don't know if this would be, like I said, like a top book. Finally, the Heist. The only reason why this is an Infinity crossover is because you see the heroes leave, for the big battle. And what this here is, it's the villains are basically getting together, and they're going to steal from Tony Stark. The art, as you can see, is okay. It's nothing earth-shattering, but it's decent. The writing is decent. There's a little bit of humor every now and then. And I'm actually really looking forward to seeing this bunch of misfits try to steal from Tony while he's gone. And, this potentially could also lead into other things, so that's why I'm really, really looking forward to reading it. For the average reader out there, I don't know if this is the book that normally you'd want to just jump on. Maybe, if you want to wait, this would be one of those things that might be worth waiting for the trade for. Because this book, in all honesty, can go south really fast. And once it starts going south, you're just going to feel stupid buying it. So, if you're on a budget, just wait for the trade. Anyways, I thought I'd never get through that all. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video, like the Facebook link, do the Crunchyroll anime reviews, and we have a new season coming up, so we're going to get some new anime, and we'll have more reviews later. So until next time.